Hello, this is Angelia with today's wisdom. Today's wisdom comes from Daily Om, Little Gurus, Learning to Follow. As grown-ups, we often approach children with ideas about what we can teach them about this life to which they have so recently arrived. It's true that we have important information to convey, but children are here to teach us just as much as we are here to teach them. And if you're a parent, I'm sure you know that is true. They are so new to the world and far less burdened with preconceived notions about the people, situations, and objects they encounter. Because grown-ups, and even some kids and people, know people like that, like to label. And then they deal with individuals on that label. And that, is not a good way to be, because not everyone is all one thing. There's not one aspect to anyone's personality. We're multifaceted. So if you focus on this one aspect of this person's personality, you're missing the whole rest of this person. And, we know what a thing is used for or where a thing came from or whatever, but they don't. So they might have their own ideas of what this is. They do not avoid people on the basis of appearance, nor do they regard shoes as having only one function. And I'm sure if you're a parent or grandparent, you've seen the shoe as hammer or as car. They can be fascinated for half an hour with a pot and a lid, and they are utterly unself-conscious in their emotional expressions. They live their lives fully immersed in the present moment, seeing everything with the open-mindedness born of unknowing. And, if we were all like that and lived in the present moment and just accepted things as they are and dealt with things on that basis, our life would be so much better and easier, wouldn't it? This enables them to inhabit a state of spontaneity, curiosity, and pure excitement about the world that we, as adults, have a hard time accessing. And that's because we get bogged down in the day-to-day functions of life, and we kind of forget how to be spontaneous and just enjoy ourselves. Yet almost every spiritual path calls us to rediscover this way of seeing. In this sense, children are truly our gurus. When we approach children with the awareness that they are our teachers, we automatically become more present ourselves. We have to be more present when we follow, looking and listening, responding to their lead. And if you've ever actually sat and played with your kids or took them somewhere, and you followed their lead, like at a park or something, and let them show you what they wanted to do, and you're very present in that moment because that's what you're thinking about. You're not thinking about the rest of your life and anything else that's going on. Hopefully. We don't lapse so easily into the role of the director of activities, surrendering instead to having no agenda at all. And that's if you're, being a good parent. Now, there are parents, I hear the term tiger moms or whatever, where everything is scheduled. You have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do that. And the kid has no time to be a kid, no time to play and be a kid. And that's a shame. As we allow our children to determine the flow of play, they pull us deeper into the mystery of the present moment. In this magical place, we become innocent again, not knowing what will happen next and remembering how to let go and flow. Because that's what you did as a kid. It wasn't all scheduled out agenda. And, sometimes it's good to be that way. Since we must also embody the role of loving guide to our children, they teach us how to transition gracefully from following to leading and back again. In doing so, we learn to dance with our children in the present moment. Shifting and adjusting as we direct the flow from pretending to be kittens wearing shoes on our heads to making sure everyone is fed and bathed. Because, it's fun to play with the kids, it really is, but sometimes you got to step back and be the grown-up. Because little people crazy. So, if you're with kids, learn to follow them because they're little gurus, little scientists. They can teach you things. And it's good sometimes to experience childhood through their eyes and think about how yours was and how, therefore, you want to make theirs for them. Think about it. That's all for now.